My brother, if you have a wife that is desperate to travel out of Nigeria, to the extent that she was so desperate to unalive you, all in the name of Canadian visa, what will you do if you find out? Will you still keep that same woman in your house, or will you push her out tefe? This is the story of Brother Titus, a devoted Christian who believes so much in his pastor. Whatever his pastor says, that's what he does. Brother Titus, a few years ago, wanted to travel out of Nigeria for greener pasture. But when he consulted his pastor, the pastor said, you know what? Your destiny is in Nigeria. If you travel to Bodoyibo, you will be kure as church rat. So better stay in Nigeria. It's not everybody that travel to Bodoyibo makes it there. Nigeria is where your destiny is. Since that very day, Brother Titus believes so much in his pastor. Anything that has to do with Obodoyibo, with abroad, Brother Titus doesn't want to know. Now, his wife has been pressing him that she wants to travel to Obodoyibo with the children. The wife tried as much as she can. She convinced Brother Titus that they should go together. But Brother Titus said, no, my destiny is not in Obodoyibo. I'm going to stay here in Nigeria and I'm going to make it. And after all, you guys are not lacking anything. Whatever you need, I give it to you. So why do you want to travel? But the wife said, all my schoolmates, all my friends, they're all in Obodoyibo now. They're all in Canada, they're in US, some of them are in Western Europe. But the husband said, do you know the kind of suffer that they're suffering there? The wife said, whatever they're doing there, we'll rough it together. But the husband tried to convince the wife not to japa out of Nigeria. But since the wife didn't listen, the man now said, don't worry. Whatever you want to do, I will support you guys financially. But me, to travel out of Nigeria, I'm not going. So they had that deal. And the wife was planning, try everything, to want to japa. There was even a time, sometimes ago, the wife tried to japa to one of these Eastern bloc around Europe there. But they banged the wife. They did not give the wife visa. Visa was rejected. And the wife tried again. It was also rejected. Now, the wife now called some of her friends, those ones in Obodoyibo, especially the ones in Canada. And those ones now advised her. They said, you know what? There's a woman on top of social media that advises people on the route on what to do, especially when you want to travel to Canada. This woman, she's not an immigration lawyer. This woman, she's nobody. In fact, she has not stepped her foot at Muritala Mohammed Airport. Not at all. But she will just sit on social media and start advising people on what to do. Auntie Mary, now listen. Auntie Mary now consulted her. This woman collected some small money from Auntie Mary, which is the wife of Brother Titus, on what to do and the route to take. And they planned everything together. As a matter of fact, how they want to go to the embassy, the documents she will need, and everything was planned with this woman. And when the time comes, Auntie Mary discussed it with the husband. The husband said, no problem, you can go. We'll pray together, and he wished that you will be given the visa. The day come, Auntie Mary was dressing for the kids in the sitting room. The document, everything was all arranged in a brown envelope, laid down on the bed there. For whatever reason, Brother Titus was just, dressing up to go to work in the morning. And he sighted the envelope with, curiosity now makes him to pick up that brown envelope. He looked straight on all the documents and voila, what happened? He discovered there was a special certificate inside among the document. When Brother Titus pulled out that certificate, what happened there? Brother Titus discovered that certificate was who? Death certificate of himself while he is still alive. And that was when Brother Titus now took out his phone, now took every single document, snapped them and kept them intact on his phone and kept his mouth shut. Brother Titus said, what? I'm alive and my death certificate. So this thing really baffled Brother Titus. But Brother Titus was angry. But he's the type of man that he doesn't just show action whatever like that. He will make sure that he grab you like this. So Brother Titus now said, you know what, babe? I'm on my way to work and I wish you guys good luck. And the moment you finish, please let the kids go back to school because Auntie Mary also took few hours off from her work. Now, Auntie Mary packed the envelope, not knowing that Brad Titus has snapped everything and kept them on his phone. Auntie Mary now went for the interview. But for whatever reason, they banked her again. They did not give her the visa. And she was down. And she was crying. She was shedding tears. But not because of the fake death certificate in her document. Not at all. Because if the embassy discovered the death certificate there that is fake, definitely they will arrest her or they will even take that certificate out of those documents. But everything was given back to her. Maybe she misyan or what have you, but she was denied the visa. So Auntie Mary now called her husband, babe, I was denied. She said, don't worry, you will try it again. And when we come back home, we're going to pray about it. And then, it doesn't matter. You're going to try another country, maybe America this time around. So that softened Auntie Mary's emotion. But Auntie Mary now went to school, dropped the kids at school, and went also back to work. But by the time they want to close, Brad Titus moved straight to their house. Brad Titus now called the wife on her way coming home and instructed her that she should just go straight to her parents' house in Ikeja because they live closer to their parents. They live around Ogba there. Auntie Mary now went straight to her parents' house. But just before she would get there, Brad Titus now forwarded all those documents to her mother-in-law and father-in-law and also copied his own parents too. From the moment when the in-law, when they received the message, they've been calling Brad Titus. But Brad Titus refused to pick up his call. Now, when Auntie Mary got to her parents' place, the parents sat her down and they told her everything that happened. They opened their phone. Which document is it? Which document is this? You wish your husband dead? Where did you get this death certificate? That was when Auntie Mary started crying. And she now reflected back on this woman on social media. The woman was the one that packaged everything for her. That, you know what? Since you want to go to Canada, if you tell them that husband is spy, if you tell them that husband is gone, definitely they might give you the visa because emotion might enter here. But they need a kind of proof that your husband is dead. That's why the woman organized the death certificate for her. And now, this woman has put Auntie Mary in trouble. This woman has scattered Auntie Mary's, matrimonial home. Now, Auntie Mary started calling everybody that she knows that can talk to her husband. And nobody, can reach the husband again. In fact, Brother Titus now went to the school, picked his children up, and sent the children also to her own sister's house. Brother Titus locked up the whole door, lock up the compound, make sure that Auntie Mary did not have access back to that house again. But before he did that, he made sure that all the belongings of Auntie Mary was put in a truck and sent it also to his in-laws' house. Then Auntie Mary hopped on Okada straight to their house. By the time she got there also, she discovered that her husband, Brad Titus, was not at home. The door was locked, change, key, everything locked up there. And she started crying. She went straight to school. They said the husband has been here and the husband has taken the kids. Where are the kids? Auntie Mary did not know where the kids are. This is going to be a lesson for some of you guys who are desperate to travel out of Nigeria. And this will be a lesson also for some of you who will not go through the normal channel on how to get a visa. Instead, you'll be listening to those people online that they have not even reached Muritala Mohammed Airport. Auntie Mary now got in touch with us. Auntie Mary discussed the matter with me. I said, you know what? What about the pastor? Try and reach out to the pastor. Maybe the pastor can convince Brad Titus to have you back. Auntie Mary said no, that she knows her husband, that her husband will not listen to anyone. And since his parents also fadiga that there's no one that can talk to this man. I tried to reach out to some of our guys on our WhatsApp group, and some of them even advised on what to do. But still, Auntie Mary was not satisfied. I said, don't worry, I'll bring it on our platform, and people with wisdom, they will advise you on what to do. So please and please, what will you advise Auntie Mary to do? Should Auntie Mary also just forget about, the husband and move on? Or did the husband overreacted? Please let us know in the comments there. And if you have any advice for our brother, please let us know. If you have any advice for Auntie Mary, please let us know. If you're the one in this situation as well, what will you do? Please and please, if you find any value in this video, help us to share this video to at least 5 people. And if you want us to share your story like what we're doing now, please check the description. Our contact or information is there. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell and subscribe to African Black Goat TV. Till I see you in the next video, please subscribe.